in Japan, baby!
Our first stop is Tokyo, and we came to the famed Shibuya Crossing on our first morning.
So we've done it! So we're at the first stop, which is a sushi train place. This is not New Zealand sushi, this is Japanese sushi. And so I usually get chicken and avocado and stuff like that, but it's not on the menu. Darryl's just found a fork. Yee-hoo. The first dish has arrived, which is my corn sushi here. That was so nice. It's definitely big plates. Now Darryl's on the ramen. What do you think of the sushi place?
It's nice, it's good. Yeah, when in Rome?
I am having such a good time. When I was a kid at high school, I studied Japanese just for a little bit and I loved it. And I've waited to come here since then, and I'm so excited that we're finally in Japan.
With bags dropped at the Airbnb, we stopped in to see Shinjuku Higashi Guchi no Neko, or the 3D cat, but unfortunately the camera didn't catch it properly. And this was part of our night walking tour to explore the Shinjuku area. The details of the tour are in the description below, but we checked out the izakaya in Memory Lane. Then as Godzilla watches over the red light district, we learnt more about the host and hostess club, some really dark sides of Japan coming through here. And then we went to the Golden Guy, the drinking and pub streets, and finished off actually at a temple, which felt like a weird juxtaposition, but it was quite a nice way to finish our first day in Japan. After the tour, Darryl and I went to go and get some dinner, and we love the ordering on their screens. A much more sedate start to day 2 as we headed to the Meiji Shrine in Tokyo. This is one of the most important shrines built for the Emperor Meiji and his wife, and we had a guided tour here where our guide showed us so much about Shintoism and about how to be in the different shrines. It was really cool. We learnt a lot. It's always such a fine line between cultural appreciation and cultural appropriation, and we're definitely in the appreciation camp here in Japan. We learned about the process of seeking an offering or a wish through, in this case, wooden ima that you buy for a small amount of money and then you inscribe with a token or a thought or a hope that you have. I don't want to cover up someone else's wish. Like, these are good wishes.
Well, this one's...
Oh yeah, okay.
Our next stop was vintage kimono shopping at Chicago in Harajuku.
Let's go that way. How cool. Where would I wear this, Darryl?
This is the one I ultimately settled on, and I hope to actually wear it when I'm back in New Zealand. We knew we needed to dive more deeply into Tokyo, so we did a third walking tour. This one was about the origins of the city, and we learnt more about the darker side, including these little monuments that were set up to recognise children who've been lost. A major focus of this tour was on different temples, and we went to some ossuary where bones are buried, and it was all centred around the Tokyo Tower area. And with the city that's been rebuilt as often as Tokyo has, there's the juxtaposition of the old and the new. This is Dining 33, and so we got to go up that tower, which we just took you up, but the deal is you had to buy a pastry to get a ticket to get into the level, and this means that we don't have to pay to go up any other viewing towers, like we've kind of done it, and now we get to eat cake.
Let them eat cake. Very well packaged, as you can see.
So this is about a $10 or $12 cake, New Zealand dollar cake. But it's not, it's a cake tax to get a view. Don't drop your cake. Designer pastries, eh?
Oops.
So this is my little one. I don't know exactly what this is, but this is the chef's recommendation. So this is what I picked. Hopefully I don't drop it.
Just where I just go.
This one's a little like crispy candies, and then it's like a vanilla cream. It's good.
Day 3 started for us with a typhoon warning, but we had already booked in to come to this kind of very cheesy but hopefully quite fun sumo show. The sumo show is a demonstration where former sumo wrestlers give you a sense of what it's like to explore the sport. The first stage was eating a traditional wrestler's lunch of soup, rice and tonkatsu, which was just so yum.
The food here is pretty good and included in the price. I'm sure the sumo is very cheesy, but sometimes when you're a tourist you do cheesy things. It's fun.
I would have preferred to have gone to an actual sumo match, but unfortunately it wasn't on in the month that we were here because they only hold sumo every other month. The show started with a demonstration, a video, and then we got a chance to meet our sumo wrestlers. We learnt all about their warm-up activities, and then there was a chance for people from the audience to try and test their skill against the sumo and literally try and push them out of the ring, which is one of the ways in which you can win the game. I didn't film any of the children doing it, but that was also pretty crack up. There was a micro sumo match. I'm not convinced this isn't like wrestling and this was all staged. The real sport though is far more intense than this. This really was just a taster, a bit of a Disneyland type view of what sumo is. There was a chance to don a sumo suit and have a go with the wrestlers. Neither Darryl or I wanted to do this, and again a bunch of children participated, but I didn't film them because I didn't want to put them on YouTube. It was pretty fun. If you're coming with a family, I do actually think that this is worth doing. If you're coming to Japan and you want to see sumo, don't come in the wrong month. We had planned to do a few different things, but with the typhoon warning, we decided it was a day for indoor activities. So we next went off to go and make some chopsticks. As I said, this wasn't necessarily on our plans, but it's something that both of us really enjoyed. You start by choosing the wood that you'd like to make your chopsticks from, and Darryl and I are giving them a good old sniff test at this stage.
Rosewood. That is nice.
We actually opted just for the standard wood that came as part of the package, and I think this cost about $10 to $12 New Zealand each to make these chopsticks, so it was pretty cheap and pretty fun. We were given these planes and these guides and kind of just set to it. The instructions were really clear, and you'd put your chopstick into the guide like I'm doing here and then run the plane over it, easy peasy. After shaping them up, we then sanded them and oiled them, and then they packaged them up for us after we'd had some engraving done. So I got Peterson and Japanese on mine.
Izakaya time.
An izakaya is a small pub that might hold 5 to 10 people in it. The food's cooked right in front of you, and then you eat and drink at the bar. We came through this memory lane on our first night here and then came back here for dinner on our final night here in Tokyo. And with a few drinks under our belts, the only culturally appropriate option was karaoke. And here's some samples of the songs we sing.
We're on the Shinkansen, the bullet train between Tokyo and Kyoto. It's very quiet, so I need to be very quiet. But it's a lovely way to travel. Just kind of turn up, walk onto the train. We've got our bags with us, easy peasy lemon squeezy. And within 2 hours, just shy of 3 hours I think it is, made it from Tokyo to Kyoto.
Right, we are now in Kyoto, and very fortunately across this way is our accommodation, and as we were walking here we found that there's this pretty significant sized temple which is very close to where we're staying. So we've popped in here and had a look, and I think it's around about 18th century, and it's a pretty significant size, so it's very interesting to have a look at.
After a walking tour the night before, we came over to Fushimi Inari Taisha. And can you even come to Kyoto and not come here? It's that iconic.
Right, well, it's quite interesting. We had to wait about 40 minutes on the train just to leave the station. There must have been some kind of delay caused further up the line. There was also another train in front of us as well that was also waiting, so we left about 2 minutes after that did. So in a short space of time you got two trains that basically pulled up here, and then even as we got here there was a train crossing, and there was a stack load of pedestrians just waiting for the trains to go past as well.
With those delays, it was pretty busy. So we headed up towards the repeating torii gates, those that are so iconic here in Kyoto. And it was really hard to kind of film up here, but we gave it a good shot. And while it was really busy, there were a lot of school groups going through. So we avoided all the teenagers, almost, and tried to make sure that we really got a chance just to experience the gates. The palace so far is amazing. We couldn't show you inside because there's no photos or videos, but there's just so many like reproduction paintings, and it shows exactly where the shogun would have sat, and there's different kind of levels that he got to be in. And now we're outside exploring the gardens, and they're just kind of lovely. So if you come here, you can pay extra to go inside the palace, which is what we did, or you can just walk around the outside, which is maybe about 500 yen cheaper.
So we're in the Imperial Garden at the moment by heading towards the Imperial Palace, and just a bit of a walk around, bit of a see, and then after that there's another palace as well nearby that we'll have a look as well.
Sometimes we're not very good tourists, and for love nor money we could not figure out how to get inside here. So instead we went over to another iconic spot. This is Kyoto, an iconic Buddhist temple on the hills overlooking Kyoto. Everything I read said don't come here in the afternoons, but we had about an hour or so to spare between the castle and the palace and the geiko or geisha show that we had booked in. So we decided to hoof it up the mountain, see what we could fit in, and I'm pleased that we did. After the geisha show, which we're not able to put online, we did stop off at the Hokkanji Temple or the Osaka Pagoda, which was pretty cool.
So here we are, we're in Hiroshima, and behind me is the building where in August 1945 the first atomic bomb exploded. About 600 metres above this building. I remember learning about World War I and II during primary school, finding about atomic weapons, and this was obviously the first place where it all happened, August 1945. So to be here, it's unbelievable. Loss of life that happened in an instant. Yeah, basically just turned the city of Hiroshima into carnage.
We spent the evening in the Memorial Museum, which was haunting and beautiful and tragic and absolutely worth going to. Get the audio guide so you can understand what it is that you're exactly looking at.
So on our second day here in Hiroshima, we've decided to come up to Miyajima Island, which is famous for this torii gate over the ocean out in the sea. But also we are just having a great time here with the deer. We've just had the most amazing meal of pancakes. Got a chance to pick our plates, and then our pistachio and our maple dressings.
This place was an experience. The pancakes were made here at the counter in front of us. There was beautiful classical music playing. He cooked all these pancakes and then selected the best two to dish up to us.
are.
Ooh.
Ooh. Oh, arigatou gozaimasu. Gosh, they're so light.
With our bellies full, we spent some time exploring Fushimi Shrine. Torii gates have been built here since the 500s, but this version is from 1875. Just a short walk up the hill from the shrine is the Daiso Inn Temple, and we spent quite a bit of time here exploring the different shrines and temples within the complex, enjoying the sculptures, and even coming across some little turtle friends.
Okay, we've just been all around the temples. Now we're going back towards the town and the ferry building. So just making sure I'm not walking into anything. And we're on the hunt to see if we can find Darryl some tempura or deep fried oysters, because that's what he would like for his afternoon snack. Oh, I don't like animals. Oh, hello. I don't know if I'm allowed to touch you. Hello. Better than Bluff's finest?
Guess we'll find out soon. I suppose these are breadcrumbs rather than battered.
Yeah, it looks like panko.
Yeah, it could be that, yeah. Still right though. Yeah.
After a busy day on the island, it was time to head out for some dinner, and I wanted to try Hiroshima-style okonomiyaki. My research led us to Okonomimura, which is a multi-storey office block that just serves these pancakes, and we opted to go to one on the 4th floor. Honestly, Japanese food is second to none. It's gorgeous. On our way home, we came across this summer festival, and I was just taken with this little girl who just wanted to participate with the adults. So adorable.
And here we are. We're in Osaka, and more importantly, behind me is Osaka Castle. Looking forward to having a look.
As Darryl just said, this is a moat.
Not quite so boaty, but definitely will be a stretch to get up them walls.
Built during the 1500s, Osaka Castle remains one of the key landmarks here in Japan. The inside of the castle is a museum full of different artifacts and dioramas, and the outside of the castle, though, with the views, that's where it's really at.
Well, we're on top of the tower and the observation deck. Yeah, it's obviously interesting to see a modern city surrounding us with obviously a very old castle. So it's pretty good.
So we're here in Dotonbori. You can see we're dressed for the weather. So Darryl's beautiful umbrella and little raincoats, because it's definitely it's not bucketing, but it's definitely cold. It's definitely rainy. And we're just going to explore, figure out what to eat for dinner, and maybe a bit of nightlife.
After some walking around, it was definitely time for dinner, and we went to this ramen shop that's just below the famous Osaka Running Man, and the ramen here was delicious. We worked off that food with a spot of karaoke again.
So we came, we ate, we drank, we sang, and we shut the street out. Party animals, party animals.
Out of control.
It's our last day in Japan. We've been here for 10 wonderful days, and today is the day that we are here in Osaka, and we've just been kind of chilling around this neighbourhood. So we came over to the Tennoji train station. We've left our bags there because that's where, after checking out of our place in Dotonbori or Kotsu, we needed to come over here to get the line to go to the airport. And when we were at a mall not far from here, this lovely lady came and started talking to us. She just came up to us first off
and gave us a piece of paper. This one, which is a list of what to eat here in Japan. She just kind of gave it to us, which was lovely. Then we started talking to her. She didn't want to be on camera, but she said, go over to the department store that's across the road. So this is the Kintetsu department store. I'm pretty sure that's what it is, and if it's not, I'll put the real name of it at the bottom of the camera. She gave us this piece of paper and said, go and buy these. So we went in. That's what we got. And then she also said, if you come here and go up to the 16th or 17th floor, so we're on the 16th floor of the department store, you can get free views of the city. So we just thought we'd bring you up here with us. We'll show you around the city. It's a beautiful day. It's probably the best day we've had, weather-wise. And then we'll show you how our, what are they called? Gozasoro, which are little pancake thingies. Everything's a pancake to me. Taste.
Still nice and warm actually, so I think they're quite fresh.
So these cost 110 yen each.
Yeah.
Bargain.
So they're pretty cheap.
Is there a pancake thing with red bean paste inside?
Want me to make a mess of myself?
Yeah.
As you can see, it's pancake or
Bready dough.
yeah, and then there's the filling. Yeah, it's not changing my life, but it's fine. Yeah.
After that quick food stop, we then went further exploring around this area, and we were on the hunt for some electronics, and I think this is quite an important part of kind of electronics and anime, just north of the park, Tennoji Park, that we were in. Osaka doesn't muck around when it comes to advertising what it is selling, and I love these decorations. I'm going to miss them so much. But this does bring an end to our time in Japan. 10 days was just enough to whet our appetites, and we will definitely be back here in the future.
So please like and subscribe. Next week we're going to be in South Korea.